Okay, now I hear you.
Okay, cool.
Don't hear you.
Well, tell me what you do the introductions on this one, mainly because I don't remember what number we're on.
Neither do I, Palmer, but fuck it. Hi, welcome to Dark Mushroom Media. I'm going to go with 39.
37, I feel
39.
like is more what it is.
All right. And it is 38.
I was closer.
Eight?
Wait, no, I guess we were
No,
like both
no,
one
Palmer.
off.
That's not how math works,
Both
at
of us
all.
were one off.
Yeah, we're actually tied.
Yeah,
In unison.
Look at us.
In unity. In eternity. Together forever. How's it going, man?
Unity Engine.
Shut up, Jose! Okay, let's do this. So yeah, we're on number 38. It's been 2 weeks. How have you boys fared over the past couple weeks?
Not too bad. Not too
bad.
Yeah. The dreams are
Can't
getting more
complain.
vivid.
No one's been dream raped lately or anything?
No. That's not happening yet, but maybe soon.
Oh, I stopped taking the ZQL and I stopped having horrible nightmares.
That's a disappointment. You should have kept that going.
There are over-the-counter drugs that give you nightmares, is what you're telling me.
Seeing how deep that
Well, doesn't
into
like
the nightmare
Ambien
fantasies
give you like fucked up nightmares if you like stay up real late and like force yourself to stay awake?
Now, if you force yourself to stay awake and drink, you just get really fucked up and it's wonderful. But no, I don't think you get horrible nightmares.
No, I think that's one of the side effects is like this shit will give you like Cthulhu dreams.
Dude, those are the best kind of
risk.
I do not know if Ambien is directly linked to Lord Cthulhu.
Could be, though.
Not ruling it out. I'm just, in my experience, when I commune with Lord Cthulhu, I don't need Ambien.
And confirm.
Fuck that shit.
Lord Cthulhu comes from Ambien.
He is Ambien.
He is. Yeah, dude, it's just little like Cthulhu eggs.
Yeah, there's just some like Cthulhu being like a
God.
cheese grater, just fucking shaving them down. That's how they make drugs. That's all drugs are Cthulhu.
You guys remember those Cthulhu tales, like comics? Where like there was one
the
like
Alan Moore like Cthulhu things that he did with Avatar.
I don't think this one is probably as well written. But there was one fucked up story about like
a lot of Alan Moore's recent stuff has not been very good.
Oh, really? There was one
I know
that
the
comes
name,
to
but I can't
mind.
place it.
It's like I have like the omnibus issues, but like there's one tale of like this world-renowned like chef who like has no, it wasn't even that. It was like a day in the life of some like wealthy hedonistic dude, and he like wants to eat everything that like, the earth has to offer him. So like he goes to some like underground restaurant, and they're like they serve him some like crazy meat that no one's ever seen. Oh, that's awesome! And then like as like the little short story goes on, like he's just like sitting there sweating. He's like starting to transform and like sweat like worms, and then they walk him into like the basement of this warehouse that has all this exotic meat, and it's these caged like Cthulhu monsters taken from like deep space, and like there's chopping them up and serving them to humans, and they in turn become hosts for these monsters that they feed to other wealthy dudes, and the cycle continues.
It sounds like that Futurama episode where they discover the source of slurm.
Yeah, it's kind of similar. I'm sure there's at least like 2 or 3 Futurama episodes that are loosely based on Lovecraft lore, if you think about it.
Probably, yeah.
Makes most sense.
Pazuzu, come back!
It's been our Lovecraft break for the week. All right. Video games. A lot of good stuff coming up for free for console and PC players. Origin on the House this month, or for however fucking long they do it, is one of the old Medal of Honor games, specifically Pacific Assault, which came out in like 03. It wasn't
that game's pretty old.
Yeah, it wasn't the original like Medal of Honor that kind of boosted the series, but it was the Pacific Assault version that everyone seemed to like it. But yeah, free on the house game. It runs pretty well. I dicked around with it. Pretty fun. Still pretty fun. I don't think it's as good as the original Medal of Honor, storming up the beach of Normandy, but maybe you enjoyed that in your youth and you wish to relive it, and now you can just download it on Origin for free. Isn't that wonderful?
What was the one that they released? It was like a Medal of Honor game where it was like, it was Medal of Honor Airborne, right?
Airborne.
It was called? Yep. Yeah, that game was fucking incredible.
I thoroughly enjoyed the demo.
That game was fucking great.
The demo. Wait, are we thinking about the same game? The one that came out in like the late 2000s, like 2007-ish?
I want to say like not even. I'm pretty sure that was like close to a launch title on Xbox 360.
That might have been. Okay, I'm just making sure we're talking about the range. I enjoyed it. I just didn't think anyone else did.
No, dude, I loved it. I thought it was great.
I remember
that was
the Rock.
The last great one in that series, I think.
I really like the reboot, the first one, the one that came out in 2010. I thought that was a fucking great game. The one after it was fucking awful. But that
The one
first,
with the dude with the beard on the cover.
yeah, the
And
beard,
the shemagh.
the beard
The
shemagh,
shemagh.
That is my reaction.
the shemagh of Beardington. Yeah, that first game was great, and then the second one was just
They
awful.
tried to make it all gritty and Call of Hootie.
Well, no, they went for that, and then at the last minute they changed the ISIS to opposing. Not ISIS. Was it ISIS? Whatever fucking terrorist.
No, it was Al Qaeda, I think.
Al Qaeda. That was it. They changed Al Qaeda to opposing faction and pissed everyone off because what the fuck. But no, that was a interesting game. It was really hardcore parkour multiplayer for the time, almost in the realm of like Red Orchestra ish, but not quite there. Still very arcadey and stuff. But I thought it was underrated. Anyway, Pacific Assault, free on Origin. Games with gold for this month. Both me and Palmer agree is pretty goddamn impressive.
It's fucking great this month, dude. Meanwhile you've got fucking like Reddit doing polls on PlayStation Plus, and apparently its satisfaction rating is like dropped down to like below 25%.
Has it?
Yeah.
What have they been giving away crap over the
They've
past
been giving away nothing but shit for almost the past year, and meanwhile you've got games with gold that's fucking killing it. Like, and they have been killing it for like the past like 3 months. And
I was not aware of this.
It's been good on games with gold, like really good. And I don't know, PlayStation needs to get its act together. Get your shit together, PlayStation. Just because more people bought your console doesn't mean that you can sit and fester in a fucking corner. You hear me, Shuhei? I'm talking directly to you, you fucking bastard. You son of a bitch. Taking
More people
my money.
bought PlayStations than Xbox.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
dude, big time.
Oh.
They're really outselling Xbox One. And so
I don't know if that's still the case. It was for a while.
It is still very much the case, yeah.
I think
It's
it was
not dying
PS
anytime.
I guess I read.
And
about
like, yeah,
it.
the PSVR has done nothing but bolster sales. Like, because Xbox has nothing in the VR realm at all, and PSVR is like the cheapest option right now for anybody that wants virtual reality. So it's done nothing but boost the PlayStation 4 thing. But there's all these rumors that I keep reading about how there's going to be a PlayStation 4K coming around soon. So
I've been reading rumors about them
What is that even?
killing off the Vita.
Like a better graphics card.
Yeah, I think it's just going to have like an improved
4K
chipset.
resolution.
Yeah, it's going to be able to display at 4K resolution, so I'd imagine it has a much better graphics processor and chipset. And I'd imagine it's got something to do with the fact that they want VR to be able to run in 4K. I guess, I don't know.
Have you
That's
heard anything
pretty-
about the Vita rumors?
Pretty
though?
lofty goal there.
What Vita rumors?
That it's possible that at the end of the year they're going to stop like supporting it and making games for it and shit.
Oh, they stopped supporting it, making games for it a couple months back. It's been nothing but third party for a while.
I was actually considering getting one. Just
You
because
should. I mean, you really should. It's got a really great library. If you can,
I don't
find
like
one,
how excited you are right now,
if
Palmer. I
you
don't
can
trust
find
it
one
one
for under
bit.
$100, which I'm pretty sure you probably can if you look for like used ones on eBay or Craigslist.
Dude, I can't find a fucking PSP for under 100. Oh, used one, yeah, but like PSPs are still fucking expensive.
Well, that's because I don't know. Everybody loved the PSP.
It was great.
PSP. Like and there's like so many fucking jailbreaks for PSP now. I mean, I
didn't even think about
PS Vita, but there's so many jailbreaks for PSP now that like you can just have
PS Vita.
every single game pretty much that ever came out on one card on your
That
PSP.
sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah. That's why those things are so valued so much.
I guess. I have to look into that. Anyway, games for gold. For 360,
It's fucking awesome.
yeah,
Once
for
again.
360, my holy shit for this, even though probably a lot of people won't care, is Dead Space. The first.
Yes.
I love Dead Space. And it turns out I had a lot of DLC for it. I forgot about when I downloaded it and was looking at it, and apparently, yeah, I had a lot of DLC for that. But yeah, Dead Space 1, or many will argue the best in the series, is free April 1st to the 15th. And then 16th through the 30th, you have Saints Row 4, which pretty well universally received well.
Yeah, I mean, the
worded
Saints
that a
Row
lot
games,
better.
like, those are just, like, achievement games for me. I really love grinding those games out.
They're just dumb fun.
Yeah.
Dumb
I like
funsies.
that character creation.
Yes, I do love that I
Very
can
real
make
quick.
myself the appropriate amount of fatness. I can't do that in many
No,
games.
dude, it's all about the giant boobies.
Giant boob. Oh yeah, that too.
No.
Make a 7 foot tall, just Hodor
Yeah,
woman.
just fucking Amazonian, just I don't know, surfing cars through the city, just butt naked. It's the best.
As God wills. And then what do we have on the Xbox One realm? We have Wolf Among Us.
Yeah.
Telltale game everyone liked. I have 2 copies of that on 2 different platforms now, and I've yet to play it. So I really need to do that. Apparently, there's old Opie and Anthony references in it too, back when those guys were actually funny. So that's the thing.
I will now have it on two different platforms once I download it from the Games with Gold, because I have it on PlayStation 3 already. And I'm
I
pretty
think Jose sent it to me a couple years ago.
I only played like the first 2 episodes, I think, and they were like really good. I just it ran pretty sluggishly on PS3, and at that point I had PS4 already, and it was kind of like done playing games on PS3.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to finally playing it on Xbox One.
It's based on a decent comic book series, no Fables, I think it is.
Yep.
So. And then, and that's April 1st through 30th, and then April 16th through 15th, we have Sunset Overdrive, which is completely different than what I thought it was, by the way. I just want to point that out, Palmer.
What did you think it was?
I don't know, but I didn't think it was a skating, graffiti, weird fuck game. I thought it was like just an open world like GTA game, which it is, but you just skate on everything. It's like Tony Hawk eats GTA, and it just confused the shit out of me when I found that out.
Somehow miss all like the
Yes, I did.
marketing for like
Yes, I did.
The game is just a lot of stupid fun. Like,
yeah, that's what I hear. I'm gonna try it out. Like I'm looking.
Yeah. I guarantee you'll.
It just was not at all what I was expecting.
You'll probably be like me and put like 10, maybe 12 hours into it, and then decide you're done. But like those 10 or 12 hours will be a blast. It's up there with Saints Row in terms of just like
stupidity,
pure unadulterated. Yeah. Just I don't know, just fun, really.
Yeah. No, yeah, I will definitely try it out. It's just not at all what I thought it would be.
I really wasn't expecting them to give away this game so quickly.
It came out it wasn't a long. It came out like around the same time as Master Chef Collection, if I remember.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't expecting them to give it away so quickly. The only reason I bought it was because like at the time there was like a massive exploit going on Newegg, and if you bought they had. What was it, like Assassin's Creed 4, I guess. Right? No, not Black Flag. The one after Black Flag. The one that everybody fucking hated. Unity. If you bought a code for Unity through Newegg, it would actually just give you like $60 in credit on Xbox Live, and the credit was only $30.
Oh, yeah.
And so like, and there was no limit to how much you could buy. So I bought like fucking $300 worth of Xbox Live credit from that. And ended up picking up Sunset Overdrive like on release date because of it. Just like downloaded it. Yeah, man, I had a lot of fun with it. It's great. A lot of fun.
No, a lot of fun. You had a fun Palmer. A lot of fun, Palmer.
I don't think
this entire podcast has been like a fucking sting operation to get you to admit your guilt on like
exploited Newegg. Fuck that company.
Get them, boys.
The fact that it takes them like fucking 20 years to deliver a digital code, never ordering anything from Newegg again.
No, it does take them. I don't know. The past couple.
Dude, it took them when I ordered what was it? Borderlands 2 and all the DLC. I got like you a copy of it and me a copy of it. We were gonna play through it. It took fucking a week and a half for them to give me a digital download code for that. I was so upset.
That was a little after the time I built my PC and ordered some parts from them, and I remember around that time frame ordering. I think it was one of the Star Wars Unleashed games or some shit.
Yeah,
and I had problems with it, but I haven't had any issues with them in the past like year or so. I don't think.
Yeah. Well, like, I mean, as far as like ordering physical things from them, that's fine, but like never buying digital stuff from them ever again. Never. Not doing it.
But Palmer, what if they have exploit sales again?
Well, no. Those exploit codes were fine. They happened immediately.
That's probably what it was. They flagged you as exploit account, and they're like, all right, let's take a week to get this shit or his games.
That's probably exactly. Actually, I think I did the exploit like after I got Borderlands. So yeah,
that was a while. That was
a while ago. A while ago, because we were going to go through and do all the stupid headhunt.
That might have actually been. That might have actually been before I like built my rig even.
Yeah, actually, I think it was because I think when we were first trying to play it, you were playing it at like 3 FPS and getting really upset.
Yeah. So that's going back almost 3 years at this point.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Fun times. 3 FPS, the good old days. Yeah. Never again. Anything you boys want to talk about before I start going into all these game updates? Anything on the Dark Souls front, Palmer? I know you've been hyped as shit for that.
I haven't played it yet, so I really don't have much to input aside from the fact that apparently I keep reading that this is the hardest in the series, but Other than that, I mean, just my dick is ready to be bruised and broken.
I finally started playing through the first one, and it's interesting.
Yeah. Tell
It's,
tell the community what you think about this. Like, all right, every time he talks about PS1 graphics and clunky controls, I just want to
dude.
laugh at him.
Yeah, it is. It's not. It's not that the game is hard and I'm mad at the game. It's the control. Like the combat system is clunky as hell. And like I get that it's supposed to be weighty and like your carry. Like well, I guess my character has like a one-handed sword, but I wield two. I wield it with two hands. I have my shield on my back, like for projectiles and shit. And I get the combat's supposed to be a bit heavy and more realistic, but it's so clunky and awkward and weird. But it is really rewarding when you fucking defeat a giant fuck you boss and that victory achieved thing comes across. But yeah, it's just the first one anyway, which apparently, by the way, runs a little bit better than the original 360 version in many spots. So when
really,
I'm getting
the only problem that I had with the original one was when once you hit Blight Town, dude, that game drops into like 10 FPS.
is that the place below this like the starting area?
You're not gonna hit Blight Town for a while. That's
Yeah,
you
Tim, come on.
You shouldn't hit Blight Town for a while.
So you don't even know what the Dark Souls cover looks like.
Bro,
What are you interjecting
Blight
here
Town,
for?
come on. What are you, some noob? Shut
I
up,
don't like
Tim.
you without glasses.
Jesus.
It's creeping me out, dog.
It's creeping you.
It's creeping me.
This hurts.
But no, it's just kind of weird and clunky. But I'm gonna get through it because I got the collector's edition for the second one for like $20 on eBay the other week, and
It was a hell of a deal. Actually, Amazon was just matching that earlier today, but they
I
sold
saw
out.
that.
They sold out. I was actually.
Yeah, Jose,
thinking
I'd
about
recommend
picking
that to you if you have interest in Dark Souls, because even if you want the ultimate fuck you edition of 2, you can get the upgrade, and it still runs you about the same amount of money anyway, and you get a cool little statue, and you can put it with all your other anime figurines. Wouldn't that be fun, Jose? You have fun with that?
Use another statue.
Honestly, I'm not sure why you haven't tried those games yet, Jose. I thought I sold you on it the last time we talked about.
I
Dark Souls.
remember
I think
Jose being sold
Bought
on.
them all.
Did you?
Don't I have them in my library? I'm pretty. Tim, do you know if I have them?
I
think
it's
I
been a
do.
while since I
Steam library?
kept up to
Isn't
date.
this
with the
easier
Steam
for you?
library. There has been time throughout the years where I absolutely knew it was on Jose's account, so he would just go to me and ask if I had the game. But I'm afraid, Jose, that those times are nigh. Or wait, no, the opposite of nigh. They're not nigh.
To come. Perfect.
Okay.
They're not. Tim's about to know all my library. What he just told me. So I interpreted.
Okay.
I'm not sifting through all the hentai games on your Steam account to see
You
if
do
you
have
have.
a lot of those now. Last time I checked your account, the amount of those was just like.
If I see anything
Unbelievable.
girly anime-ish, I just assume it's a hentai game, and Jose has it in his library.
I just assume it's tentacle porn. That's really immediately what happens.
Have
Well,
they,
bummer, those are okay.
have they changed their stance on hentai games on Steam?
No, they have.
No, they have not.
Sorry to say, Jose.
Yeah, dude, no lolicon for
We're
you
out there
anytime
fighting the good fight, though.
Then I will not be purchasing any lower tier hentai games on Steam.
soon. I know, it's a shame. What a horrible life you live.
Just
I don't
persecute-
deserve. I didn't ask for this.
You're
No.
right, you didn't.
He doesn't even understand that meme. Let's move on. What are we moving on from? I'm kind of lost here. Grasping at straws.
We briefly talked about Dark Souls, and now we're
Dark
moving on to stuff on the list, on the actual list.
All right. Just came out today that Gears 4's release date has been leaked and is rumored to be October 11th, and the closed beta is supposedly in a week or two or so.
I can't bring myself to care.
Yeah, I'm with you. I will be interested to see if they do anything interesting with Horde mode, but outside of that, I just don't really give a shit.
I mean, I will buy it. It won't be a day one purchase for me. I do thoroughly enjoy the Gears of War campaigns, but those game after that they have no lasting value to me. I don't give a shit about the multiplayer at all. I think the multiplayer is awful. So
When Bender screamed it's a giant worm in Gears 2, I officially I was out. I'm out. And all I cared about was Horde mode. That was the worst. That was the dumbest shit ever.
Did you play Gears 3?
Yes, I played. It was even dumber. Glowies. Would just shout glowies throughout the game, and I'm like, what? I can think of a better fucking name than that. You, God, awful.
Best, dude. Whatever, dude.
Was I the only one that enjoyed the Horde mode?
No, I just said I love the
Gears
Horde.
2?
I remember the first.
I don't
we
think
beat,
I
like,
ever
100 levels. was me, you, and Ben at like 3 in the morning on like a Tuesday or some shit. And like we finally beat like level wave 50 or whatever. We're all just like, yay, and like promptly
Yeah.
passed up.
Speaking of random people, dude, like fucking Monkey messaged me yesterday on Steam asking me if I was you. He was like, Tim, question mark? And I was like, what? No, who is this? He's like,
I'm
oh,
gonna
it's Monkey.
I'm gonna assume he was a little inebriated because I've
Probably.
had the same goddamn name for 6
Yeah,
years
I was gonna say he never changes his name, and he was like, "Oh, I just assumed it was Tim or Phil," and I was like, "Yeah, no, it's definitely me." And he was like, "Oh, well, do you play The Division?" And I was like, "No, go to hell."
How many people are gonna ask you if you play the Division, Palmer? It just seems never ending. Vasquez, now Monkey.
Yeah,
It's just
dude.
never ending, man.
Yeah, that's awful.
So Palmer, do you play the Division or what?
I'm all right. Stopping stream.
PC or console, bro?
Cutting it off now. See you
Bro,
guys.
do
See
you
guys
even
later.
you play? You play, please.
When are we gonna start our fucking Division gameplay?
I don't know, when it goes
that
on
was
sale
kinda
on Steam for like $20.
It's never
In a
happened.
couple of years.
That game is like outsold all expectations, dude. That game is not going to be $20 anytime soon.
I might get it when it's 40. Yeah, that game wasn't a flop. That is very true. It's doing pretty well. I think once May rolls around and some other big titles start coming out, it'll start to decline. But people love their stupid MMO grind shit fest, so those will always be popular. Always be a market for those. I guess until WoW gets an expansion. I don't know. But at some point it'll drop off. I just don't like that they're breaking up content from the community for season pass holders and regular people. That's really dumb. It's just dumb. You shouldn't do that in an MMO game. No, Division.
Okay.
But Gears, yes. Yeah, closed beta. I don't know. It'll probably just be a multiplayer beta, and who gives a fuck? But I'd like to see some type. I'd like to see some type of horde thing in it. That'd be cool. Because I didn't really like. I did not like Gears 3, but I preferred Gears 2. But as far as horde mode goes, Jesus Christ, Gears 3 made a lot of improvements in the way you could like place terrain and fucking miniguns and shit. It was really fucking cool for horde mode.
Yeah.
So if they improve on that
Barely
like they did
touched
with
it.
Gears 3, yeah, I don't blame you. But if they improve on it like they did between Gears 2 and 3 with 4, I would possibly pick it up day one. But
I mean,
they'd
like I said, I will pick it up. I will pick it up and I will play it, but it's not going to be day one.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about stuff that got pushed back. Well, I guess didn't Dark Souls? No, Dark Souls never got pushed back. It was originally scheduled for an April release, wasn't it?
Well, I thought it was March because when you Googled Dark Souls, it was March, and that.
Or was it like
apparently
originally coming out in March?
That was apparently the Japanese release date. So yeah, it never got pushed back as far as the American one went.
Well, I asked because every fucking Warhammer game in existence got pushed back a month. Which just pleases me to no end, Palmer. Battlefleet Gothic is coming out later this month as opposed to fucking 2, 3, 4 weeks ago.
Can you blame them? I mean, Dark Souls is getting ready to come out.
Actually, no. It's technical problems and stuff that they're working on.
But no.
Games actually looks really fun and plays pretty fun too. I've a couple people on my friends list have already dumped like fucking 40 hours into it. So good stuff. Total War Warhammer is coming out towards the end of April, or I'm sorry, May. Later than Doom, which surprised me.
Gothic is the.
Gothic is space
Right,
spaceship game. Total War Warhammer is Total War game. And Eisenhorn, shitty fucking Android game that's based on an amazing book, also got pushed back a month. So late April, between late April and late May.
Run it, Tim?
Oh yeah, man, my new phone is dope as fuck. Hearthstone all day, every day. Fallout Shelter. Actually, all I play is Fallout Shelter. Fuck Hearthstone, dead game.
What phone you got?
I don't fucking know. A burner phone. I'm a drug dealer. Get on my level.
Some burner phone. That's what we got.
I fucks with burners.
Aren't those going to be legal soon?
Did you say legal or illegal? It's not like you said
I read something about that the other day, saying that they're going to put more restrictions on burner phones.
over my fucking dead body. I've got deals to drug. But yeah, Warhammer games pushed back. Deals to drugs. Halo patch dropped. Ghost of Meridian, featuring some levels from the actual campaign or one of them. New Warzone map, new Warzone map, new arena map, which actually looks pretty cool. At least the foreground looks really cool. And some new stuff for Forge stuff. They have weathering effects, which range from fucking flying paper to snow to rain to dust, all sorts of shit. And they added cool variants of existing stuff. Like they have a Scorpion tank that instead of firing tank shells, fires lasers, which will be really cool for certain things. And the Mantis, which was introduced in Halo 4, which was really dope in Halo 4, was fucking awful in Halo 5. They've buffed it a little bit and added some armor to it, so hopefully it won't be complete dog shit like it is now. And they added a legendary variant of that. Just a bunch of legendary variants of stuff, new skins, yada yada, a couple new maps. But the Firefight beta is happening next week, the 14th through the 18th. And yeah, I'm really looking forward.
Jose, have you picked up the new Halo yet?
Mm-mm.
I've tried, man, but he just won't do it.
Well, me, you, and Vasquez will hop on that.
Oh, yeah.
With that.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
We should actually live stream that.
Well, we can with just a tap of a few buttons, Palmer.
I know.
It's magic.
We should live stream it.
Magical.
Do it.
But yeah, I don't know exactly how it's going to work out. I assume it's just going to be like a whatever who gives a fuck beta where you can use your Rex and earn Rex.
Right now.
Yada. But I'm hoping you'll be able to earn Rec in it like you can with normal matches, because otherwise it'll be kind of annoying. Because I plan on spending a lot of time in that. Just Halo 5. Good stuff. Well, the big event I've been hyped as fuck for has been with Dirty Bomb, because that game has been kind of stale for months now, because the last patch they did where they updated stuff and threw in a new character was like the end of November, so it's been a while. But they added a new sniper class. They have a 5-week event going on with limited edition fucking loadout cards, limited edition trinkets. There's like a whole different currency system specifically for the event where you earn currency, where you can either get little trinket things or you can get different loadout cards or yada, yada, yada. They put a lot of effort into this, it looks like, which is good, because Jesus Christ, it was getting real stale. Jose was just getting into Dirty Bomb like about a month or so ago and kept, asking me to play it with him. I would oblige because I like Dirty Bomb, but after, 20 hours or so, it was just kind of getting fucking old. So it's nice that they're sprucing it up a little bit, even though they're not adding in any new maps or anything. At least they're doing this event. It's running for 5 weeks. There's a new sniper class. There's these new loadout cards you can get. There's like a whole new system of currency and stuffs. So yeah, I've fucked around with a few games with it. It looks pretty fun. The character itself is pretty cool. It throws like a drone in the air that can spot enemies. Sniper class, like I said, which makes for 3 now, which is pretty cool, I guess. There's about 3 of every other class, so I guess there might as well be 3 snipers. Thoughts, opinions, anyone? Because I know you both played Dirty Bomb.
I get the impression that this game is like destined to like not really rise above mediocrity, and anything that they do to it, like add promotional like weeks to get like loot and shit, is just like a little death knell for the game. Because after like a week or 2 of playing it, I can't get anything else out of it. Like absolutely nothing. Even like if I saved up to try other characters, like how much different can they really be after you've tried like the 4 that they
really feel, Jose?
I fell in love with that game almost right away. It was like a whirlwind affair, like love affair with the game. I was like, damn. I was like bothering Tim, I guess, to the point of being annoying like every day to play it. And then all of a sudden, like a switch like flipped, and I was like, man, this is boring.
Well, to be fair, you do that with every goddamn video game I've ever seen you play.
But this is like the only shooter that I've ever liked or really
you are decent at Dirty Bomb. Like you're usually terrible at every aspect of life, but in Dirty Bomb, Jose has found his light and is shining.
Did you try Overwatch, Jose?
Overwatch.
I don't even think he has the Battle.net client installed.
No. Oh, okay.
I really do want to though. That game does look fun.
Team Fortress 2 fun.
Oh, speaking of first-person shooters, we should talk about the Doom beta.
Oh yeah, we did play that, didn't we?
We did. I loved it.
Yeah, it was. You described it best as an Unreal Tournament mixed with Halo 3.
Yeah, so it was
I think that's very, very true.
Like
it was just
the best things ever.
It was a slow-paced Unreal Tournament. It was like a Halo-paced Unreal Tournament, and it was fucking fantastic.
Old Halo, though. You got to point that out.
Oh yeah. Like before the running was in the game. When you walked, when you
when you trudged along, like a fucking armored slug
with determination, back in the days. But it wasn't quite that slow. It was a little bit faster, only like a hair faster, really, though. But it was still very deliberate. But man, oh man, did I have a lot of fucking fun with it. I think I put like 8 hours into the beta. I hit the max level like within like 2 hours, I think, maybe not even that, probably less than that. I don't know. I fell in love with it to the point where like leveling up didn't matter to me. Like that wasn't my issue. I just really enjoyed playing the game. And so like Doom has always been like this thing that I've had on my radar that I've been like, yes, I absolutely want to pick it up. But I've been purposefully paying very close attention to how the multiplayer would turn out. And the multiplayer is what is 100% going to sell the game for me. Like, I'm really looking forward to the campaign. Don't get me wrong. Like, the campaign looks like it's going to be a shitload of fun, and I'm really excited to play it. But that multiplayer fucking killed it. Absolutely killed it. I mean, it is just a frag fest from start to finish. And the executions are like, even after I'd seen the same executions, like, I don't know, there's maybe like 4 of them maximum, and I've seen all of them like dozens of times at this point, but every single time I did it, I would just make some fucking like marine hoo-ah noise like into the microphone. I'm pretty sure I was pissing Tim off, and I was just
it was kind of like a bird call thing. It was like, oh!
I'd be like, yeah! It was just every single time, and I don't know, I absolutely loved it. Something about it really struck a chord with me. I mean, I've fallen into this trap before with multiplayer betas, where it's been like I've been totally enthralled, especially with first-person shooter multiplayer betas. I've been totally enthralled with things, but it's only been because I got a short taste of it. And a lot of the other times when I get my hands on the full product, I'm like, Jose, I'll be in love with it for like 2 weeks and then just never play it again after that. So I'm hoping that this doesn't have that effect, especially once I'll be able to continue to level up and partake in their quest system and all that stuff. But man, oh man, did I love it. The maps were really balanced. I really enjoyed. The one thing that had me on the fence about the multiplayer was the whole like spawning as a demon thing. And like once I got a hold of like being able to do that, and like it's totally random. It's a lot like the latest Star Wars game, in the sense of like you just have to like go pick up the power up, and whoever picks it up gets to do it. But there's more to it than that, because like once you kill the demon, then there's like a brief amount of time where somebody else can pick up the demon power again and like continue it, and it could be the enemy team or your team. So it's up to your team to kind of protect it, to make sure that the demon stays with your team the entire time, during the entire duration of its existence. And like it's super overpowered. The power weapons are really in really good places, and it really does what's the word that I'm looking for? It encourages team play. It really does. And at first, when you first play it, it seems just like a frag fest like Unreal Tournament. But this one, like, it really does encourage team play, because like the power weapons are absolutely essential. And if you lose control of those, then you lose the game. Like that's just the way it is.
You lose.
You really lose the fucking game, dude. It is like it's as bad as a Dota match. Yeah. Once your team starts once the enemy team starts snowballing, or your team starts snowballing, that's it. Like that's it. You're just stuck in the match for the next 10 minutes, and you're fucked. Like that's just the way it is.
It's like Titanfall-esque. Like once the enemy team just gets revving up, there's like no way to stop.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I don't have a problem with that, especially in this setting. Because the matches are really, really quick. So it's not like Dota, where you're dedicated for a full fucking hour, where you're still just like losing the entire fucking time. You're just like, this is going nowhere. So these matches don't take any more than like 10 minutes to complete, and that's like at a maximum. Most of them didn't take more than 5. Like, I don't know, dude. It was just a lot of fun. I had a blast with it. The double jumps felt good. Like I said, the maps and the power ups felt good. Everything felt even. There was no map that granted, there were only 2 of them, but neither of those maps felt like there was much of an advantage for either team. It's just about who can get to this point first. And it felt a lot like Halo 3 in terms of like how well the map design was, because like there were like a bunch of maps in Halo 3 specifically that were so well laid out. Like it was perfectly even for both teams to hit the rocket launcher, and whoever got that had control of the map for the rest of the fucking game.
Sand
And
trap.
and it's just like that. It's just like that in Doom. And like my hat goes off to the developers of this, because they really paid very good attention to what makes a fun multiplayer game. And I loved it. I fucking fell in love with it. I did notice that towards the end of the weekend, the player base really fell off. It was kind of hard to find a match on Sunday.
I think at that point everyone was just done with it. Like they just wanted to get a taste.
Yeah. I think the whole, like, it was really easy to hit the level cap, so I think that kind of deterred people from continuing on with it. Like, but I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens with it, and I really hope that there's some sort of community that continues on with it. Because
it's a Doom game, of course. You can find fucking a Doom 3 match right now. I guarantee you, online.
Well, this really felt like it was much different than, like, Doom's always had multiplayer. Granted, most people consider Doom like single player experiences, but it's always had some sort of multiplayer attached to it. This one feels like the multiplayer was actually designed from the ground up to be something separate from the main campaign. And I don't know, like I said, I really hope it takes off. I think that'll make or break whether or not it's successful, but I think it has the potential to be successful.
Yeah,
Does the beta touch at all on the level creation that they were like touting?
No.
I was
there
actually
were just 2 maps available, but the amount of character customization
was pretty
unbelievable. And like even after I hit the level cap, I was still unlocking more and more armor parts, more and more patterns, more and more like colors that I could just like use to customize my character. And like it got to the point where I was really playing with it, man, like really enjoying it. It takes Halo's level of customization for multiplayer and just like takes it to the nth degree. It blows Call of Duty's character customization out of the water. Like it's nuts how much you can kind of configure in Doom to make your character unique. It's really cool.
So I was in the opposite corner. I was just more gave a shit about the single player experience, and multiplayer was just kind of it's pretty cool, but I don't really give a shit. But yeah, after playing the beta over the weekend, it's like, oh, this is actually going to be pretty fun, and it won't just be a single player campaign I'll finish in like 12 hours or whatever. So that was very good to know. And I knew I was going to get it from when it was announced, because it's a fucking Doom game, and I've been playing Doom games for a couple decades now. But it's really good to know that it was a fun multiplayer experience, and it's not like it's its own like unique thing. It just takes a couple of maybe old school things and mashes them together and makes its own like unique thing, if that makes any sense. It's something a little bit different for 2016. I
totally agree. I mean,
it's fast paced while being slow paced. Like it's cool. Like I can really get into that.
There's really not a whole lot that's original about it, but it manages to take a bunch of really well established ideas and make it feel fresh. And
some of them are very old ideas that just haven't really been touched on in a while.
Yeah, I think that's the reason that it does feel so fresh, is the fact that it's taking these ideas that were initially created in fucking the late 90s, early 2000s, like when arena shooters were really a thing, and just say, hey, we're bringing this back. Enjoy it.
Backstreet's back.
All right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like that beta turned Doom into something it changed it from something that was on my radar that I was like going to pick up eventually into after the weekend was over, I immediately went out and pre-ordered it. Like, I've got it. It's ready to go. As soon as preload happens, it will take me away from Dark Souls.
I'm still waiting because I want to know if I can get the cheap GMG purchase with the pre-order bonus or not.
I think I got it on a G2A, dude. More legit than Amazon.
Oh my god. Creepo, please settle down. Jesus Christ, you sicken me, Palmer. Goddamn sicken me. Grip sub confirmed. Well, I'm gonna ramble on about Orcs Must Die to get us out, but unless you guys want to bring up something beforehand, maybe something that's been burning on your mind.
No, Doom was really all I've got this week.
Jose, you look pensive. You got something on your mind, bud? You want to talk?
Two Worlds 2. There's some DLCs that's going to be released later this year.
What?
Yeah, because they announced that they're working on Two Worlds 3, and then they said they're going to release 2 pieces of DLC for Two Worlds 2.
Why have you not mentioned this to me earlier?
Because we were talking about it like yesterday. You high bastard.
Oh, I haven't been high in so long. That's the problem. We were absolutely not talking about this. I would have jumped out of my seat.
Orcs. When we
Right.
were
I
playing
remember
Orcs,
we
you were
talked
talking
about
about
my
your
shitty
RPGs that you
RPG core
own
role.
that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
never
yeah,
played.
yeah.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah. But does it have DLC? And then we started talking about Two Worlds 2 and the DLC.
No, well, they put out the Pirates of the Flying Fortress, which was like their what the fuck was that fucking Oblivion expansion? God damn it! It was their big Bethesda expansion, if you will. But aside from that, and that came out fucking five. No, the game came out about 5 years ago. That came out about 4 years ago or so.
It's called Call of the Tenebrae.
Well, this is cool. I have a soft spot for Two Worlds. I think Jose does too, because we played the shit out of the first one right before ODST launched, and Jose's thing was to find the biggest, scariest, meanest fucking dragon in the land, and spend the better part of an hour and a half dragging him, like luring him back to the village to kill all the villagers. Like it would just wipe out an entire village, and we would just sit back in awe and watch. And you have to understand, it would literally take like upwards of an hour for him to go find this dragon cave and then lure it to the fucking village ever so carefully so that he didn't get killed, but it would follow him still. And that it was horrifying, but mesmerizing at the same time. It's like staring into the face of God or something.
Sometimes you just have to make your own fun, Tim.
I suppose so, Jose. I suppose so. We didn't really rock through the second one much. We should do that now that we know
It
stuff.
definitely it wasn't the same as it wasn't like an open world like the first one.
No,
That's
yeah,
what
it was
threw us
more
off.
like linear missions that you ran, but the character classes were a bit more diverse. It had a few things going for it that the first one did.
Yeah, the combat was a lot better.
I don't know
Yeah.
that I ever touched either of those games.
I don't think most people have ever touched either of those games, Palmer. Two Worlds came out like right around Oblivion, and it was like touted as the poor man's Oblivion.
That's probably why.
And it was
What
Russia
was-
as
touched
fuck.
those games.
What was that other game, Tim, that we would rock? It was like a future Norse
Too Human? Was that it?
Two Human. Yeah.
That
Didn't
game,
that game
was
get
fucking
like
dope as
universally
fuck.
shat on?
No, that game was dope as fuck.
people
man.
collectively took a dump on that game.
I don't
Like that
think
was
so.
supposed
Well,
to be something.
That's
else.
only because God, I remember it was Silicon Knights that made that game, and when they bought the Unreal
What's it called again?
3 engine,
Too Human. Got a
Too Human.
3 out of 5 Metacritic. IGN gave it a 7.8 out of 10.
Right. So like the drama was that like when they asked who makes
Seems
Unreal,
mediocre at best.
Epic.
Epic, so they asked Epic for like help on this engine that they just bought. They were like, no, fuck you, we're about to make a game, we're not giving away our secrets. So like the reason it wasn't all
Destructoid
good.
gave it a 20.
Well, I mean, who gives a shit what Destructoid thinks, honestly? Or IGN. anyways. No, it was just a fucking goofy, fun. What the
But
fuck?
it was
Diablo
but
game.
I could see how like if like someone fresh to like RPGs or anything like jumped on that game, it was really jarring, like the control, because like the right stick was your combat,
Right.
but it wasn't like Geometry Wars. Like it was like slow pace and like it's really hard to describe, but like
Clunky. It was
It
dark. It
was
was very Dark Souls.
clunky,
Palmer, get on the
it
level.
was weird. Like the story was kind of cohesive.
It was like sci-fi Norse mythology. Like it made no sense, but it made all the sense.
The
it was
cutscenes were decent. Maybe they weren't that great. I guess they
decent.
were decent. Now that I'm thinking about it, but it was awesome, and it's a total grind fest.
Oh, absolutely.
Because in order to get any achievements, you have to like make like Odin armor, which takes like 300 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
we
don't think it's
rocked the hell
backwards-
out of that.
That
game.
won't get backwards compatibility, but I hope it does. That'd be fun.
I'm gonna vote for it. The Dream Alive.
Fuck, Too Human. Good stuff. I think we talked about that a month or two ago, or that came up somehow. And how nostalgic we were for that. I think they were going to make a sequel, and then that never happened.
No, well they
Because it
They
was
fucking
universally shat
mass
on.
suicided.
Yeah, I think they did mass suicide. I mean, that's the only way you can get Odin's attention anymore, though, is mass suicide. That's what those people with the comet did. That's what that was all about.
That was all Nike marketing.
Obviously. And some Killing Floor news, I guess. We haven't talked about it in a while. They've been Sharpshooter working on it for fucking 2 months now, I think was I originally put that link in. They have added Steam Workshop now. And they did a stream today where they showed off the PvP that no one really gave a shit about because everyone wants sharpshooter. Surprisingly, it's not just Palmer; it's just everyone in fucking the Killing Floor community is just like, hey, fucking give us sharpshooter.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only thing that people really are focusing on this.
Yeah, but the second sharpshooter comes out, people are gonna be like, hey, this thing, because fucking
Yeah, but not me, because I've wanted sharpshooter since the fucking beginning.
No,
That's the only class I really played in fucking Killing Floor 1.
the update that's coming though has a complete demo rework, which I'm looking forward to because demo it's not very good right now. I've been leveling it up in hopes that it will become good, so I'm hoping that it actually does become good and viable. But they have said that they're pretty much just about completely changed the class, like the perks, the weapons, the damage outputs, fucking splash damage, all sorts of shit. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out.
That versus mode looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's cool, but like, release more perks, finish the game. That'd be cool. That's basically the general consensus of the community. But it does look pretty cool, and from what they showed off, it actually looks pretty well thought out. And they're planning on adding like its own. I think I read they're planning on adding its own like perk levels and shit, like they do with the standard Killing Floor right now, which would be cool to see. And it could be kind of fun being one of the bosses and just running up to people and completely like shrekking them. Seems fun. But yeah, Killing Floor update. I'm gonna just jump into Orcs Must Die and carry us through. So Orcs Must Die 1 came out almost 5 years ago now. Pretty fun game, single player, little indie game out of nowhere. It was done by Robot Entertainment, which, as Jose would remember, are the people that did Age of Empires Online, which I think me and Jose were the only people that liked that game. Fast forward a couple of years, they did Orcs Must Die 2. They added in co-op. They threw in some DLC. They changed things up a little bit. Pretty fucking fun. People have been waiting for Orcs Must Die 3, but a couple of years ago they announced Orcs Must Die Unchained, which is going to be a free-to-play thing. Which I actually got I got an alpha key for like 2 years ago, and I just was busy with music review stuff and never got around to it, and I'm kicking myself because I could have gotten a bunch of limited edition bullshit skins. But when the open made a hit on Steam last week, I was like, oh, fuck, Orcs Must Die. I completely forgot. Let's hop on that. When it initially launched on Steam, the amount of grindiness needed to acquire heroes and certain traps and traits and things was just fucking out of control. To the point where on launch day, the reviews went from positive to mixed, like in a single day. They put out a hot fix patch and tweaked the hero crafting materials a little bit so you got them more often. People were a little less pissed, but still pretty pissed because it was just kind of fucked. And today, they put out a week after it got on Steam, they put out a patch addressing this. Heroes are much easier to get now. It's kind of the same as most free-to-play things, where older heroes are a lot cheaper to craft, and newer heroes are a bit more expensive, but, makes sense. And the rate at which you require these minerals, much higher. Crafting and grinding is still very much a thing in this game, because you're going to have to craft traps, you're going to have to craft guardians, minions, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of shit to craft because there's two different game modes where you use two different things. There's the survival mode, which is classic Orcs Must Die, where you just have waves of fucking orcs coming at you, and you have to murder the shit out of them. This is what me and Jose have been playing mostly, or when I've been playing with Jose. And I think we both seem to agree it's pretty enjoyable, pretty fun. Character diversity, trap diversity. It's still a bit grindy, but it's a lot better than it was, and the devs have said they're going to improve on it.
Speaking of traps, real quick, did you hear the guy who played Admiral Akbar died?
Rip in peace.
Yeah, dude, rip in pieces, man.
But was it a trap, Palmer?
It was a tarp, dude.
Was it natural
everywhere.
tarps, or was it just a sudden tarp?
The good kind of tarps.
The good time to tarp. But the other game mode is basically, it's like a MOBA, except instead of the traditional MOBA where you have lanes of creeps constantly coming at you, Palmer, you control what you send at the enemy. And depending on the phase of the game, you build traps around it, and
it's like that stupid StarCraft 2 tower defense thing.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
And like, as the game goes on, you can send stronger minions, and it's like a deck builder, too. That's what you craft, are all these cards. So you can craft your own little fucking weird fucking face hunter deck and send all your shit at them. You can build a fucking dragon priest deck and like send it at them like that. So those are the two game modes. The classic survival mode where you have shit coming at you constantly, and then there's PvP where it's 5 people on each team. Each team builds traps, they send minions, yada yada. Pretty fun. I've only played a game of it once because I want to craft some stuff before I really delve into it. But yeah, Orcs Must Die Unchained. It's got a lot of shit because it's very grindy, and the rate at which you acquire heroes and traps and stuff were pretty fucked at launch, but they've addressed this. But of course, idiots who left shitty reviews all over the Steam page will never fucking fix it because the Steam reviews are fucked. But, Yeah, Orcs Must Die Unchained has turned out to be pretty fun, and they're already toting off some new stuff. They're showing the fucking variety of the maps is pretty impressive. Player base is already pretty strong from the get-go. So yeah, and if you log in and play it within the first couple weeks of Steam launch, so another week from this cast, you get a free legendary skin. And they have daily rewards like most free-to-play games, but instead of like Smite, where it stacks up for 7 days, or Hearthstone, where you get one quest a day, you actually get two quests a day, and your daily login rewards stack up to 20 days, to the point where you get like a free $5 chest, I think it is, like one of those bullshit like Counter-Strike S chests. But yeah, it's turning out to be the pay to grind, pay to winness is or pay to not grindness is seeming to get flushed out of the game a little bit, and they seem to be improving on that. But it's just a fun game mechanically. So as long as they keep improving on that a little bit, I think pretty fucking solid game. I've already dumped more time into Orcs Must Die Unchained than I did into Orcs Must Die 2, and I started that with like 3 different people, and the intention of finishing it with 3 different people, and never did. So that's my spiel on Orcs Must Die Unchained. Pretty fucking fun.
Well, hey, I'll check this one out.
I think you would like the PvP mode, just for the fact that it's like a MOBA where you send your own creeps at them and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's
honestly, that the rant you just went on about it kind of sold me on it, so I'll keep my eyes peeled.
And it's got, femme fatales in it with, let's just say, curvaceous bodies and not a whole lot of armor. It's, might be right up your alley is what I'm hinting at, Palmer. Certain aspects.
I have a lot of alleys that I like to...
You do, and many of them are dark and fucking dank and awful and scary.
They're the best.
I know. I freaking a lot. But yeah, that's the end of my spiel and the end of my thing. Anything else you guys want to bring up?
Not really.
When does Dark Souls 3 come out? Is it the end of this month?
No, it's next week, Tuesday.
Oh, okay. So next cast you'll have a Dark Souls rant for us.
Oh my god, dude! Like I am currently doing my best to plow through as much of my schoolwork as I possibly can, because all my classes are online, so most of my stuff is up in advance, and so I'm working on actually like trying to finish classes before they. It's just like what happened with Fallout. When Fallout came out last semester, I finished a whole bunch of classes early, so I didn't have to worry about them, and I could just dedicate my life to Fallout. I am literally doing the exact same thing for Dark Souls right now. So yes, by the time the next cast starts, I will probably be exhausted and grumpy and wanting to beat people up, but I have delved into that game for at least 14 hours by that point. I'm basically, like, when it comes out, I am planning on doing an all-nighter. I am just not going to stop until either I collapse or I beat the game.
I really enjoyed your Bloodborne rant. That was really like informative and actually really fun to listen to, so I look forward to this one.
I just remember the penetration of animals anally with swords. Just sticks out in my mind.
Gotta backstab things.
Yeah.
It's the only way to be successful.
Off the butthole. I remember that.
Yeah, man.
I should point out that I conceded to Isaac on our Fallout 4 No Diamond City bet. After 50 fucking hours, I'm like, you know what? I'd actually like to play this fucking game. So I conceded to Isaac because he's at like 80 or 90. And I just...
Has he even touched the game? I haven't seen him even jump on Fallout.
No. He just went into one of his psychotic play modes and played the game for like a month for 90 hours and never went to Diamond City like a fucking lunatic. Oh. I could handle 50 hours, but anymore it's just no. Fuck that.
At some point you've got to eventually enjoy the game.
I'd like to get a companion and maybe continue on the quest and get a robot friend. And
yeah, dude. How many more times can you listen to that fucking asshole tell you that you've got another
that I
mission?
saved the Brotherhood guy?
Yeah.
That fucking radio guy. If he says that one more fucking time, I'm just gonna lose. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna find the radio station. I'm gonna kill him, which is probably in fucking Diamond City. So I got to do it, Palmer. I concede. Well played, Isaac. You won. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, man. I'm waiting for you to actually beat the game. I want to know what faction you eventually align with, and I'd like to get your input on that.
Can I kill Preston? Because I am sick of that fuck.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can't kill Preston.
Have you seen they released a trailer for the new upcoming update where you can build extra shit, and it looks really cool. Like you can build like laser fences around your fucking home and shit. Or like
I really have just been totally in the dark on video games for this past week because, like I said, I'm struggling to get through as much schoolwork as possible so I can just dedicate my life to Dark Souls.
Fair enough, sir.
and you know
That's not even coming out till I think next month. Or is it this month? No, I think it's later this month.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know how I am with the Souls games, the Bloodborne games. Like that comes out, and I am going to play nothing but that for probably like a month, and then eventually just walk away from it.
Just walk away.
Walk away.
Just walk away.
All right, let's go ahead and close this bitch out. This has been
Yeah, we'll do some housekeeping real quick. I mean, maybe
housekeeping.
Yeah, well, everybody needs to follow us on Twitter.
Oh yes,
At,
I didn't realize that was housekeeping.
At dark_media.
Dank_media, obviously.
_media.
Damn, we should have took that. That would have been the dream.
Obviously, if you're watching our stuff on Twitch, be sure to give us a follow, like us, subscribe to us, whatever the fuck. I
think most of our traffic comes from tags on YouTube. When I last looked.
Yeah, follow us on YouTube. We're at youtube.com/darkmushroommedia. You can find us. You can find us on SoundCloud. Remind me after this cast, I found a good alternative to SoundCloud, by the way. That's also free.
Well, listen to you. I spent hours looking into that, so I'm curious to see what your is.
I already said Twitter. We have a Steam group. You can follow our Steam group.
Growing every week, by the way. We're almost at 200 members.
Jesus Christ, dude. We're the most popular on Steam, I guess.
Why aren't we spamming them with fucking messages?
Because then they will leave. I specifically said when we created the group that we will not do that.
Well, we do giveaways and stuff in the Steam group. We do. Yeah, we have Steam gifts. You can also follow us on Facebook. I've been pimping out the Facebook because that's been pretty successful. We'll get regular views on that and good interaction there.
Awesome.
So make sure that you follow us at you just search for Dark Mushroom Media on Facebook and you'll be able to find us.
Just follow us every goddamn where, goddamn it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you don't catch the live streams, I always upload everything onto Facebook. So make sure that you guys are using Facebook as your primary source of information for everything Dark Mushroom.
Fuck your Facebook, YouTube for life.
Next weekend, I guess you can look forward to us playing probably. Whatever.
Next week is. I'll tell you what it is. Next Wednesday, we're gonna be streaming Dirty Bomb. Okay, next Thursday, we're gonna be Next Thursday, we're gonna be streaming Halo.
Okay.
And next Friday, we're gonna be streaming Halo. Next Saturday, we're gonna be streaming. It's gonna be Halo. Jose, fucking break out the piggy bank because you need to get yourself some Halo. I don't know what to tell you, bud.
Yeah, you really should hop on
played Reach.
You played Reach at fucking 20 frames a second. God damn it.
Jesus.
It still had all my saved videos. That was a great find. All my stupid 5-second clips.
I will play the shit out of Reach if I can get it to run at above fucking 30 frames a second. That'd be nice. If I can get it to run at 30 frames a second, that'd be nice.
Well, you know, Microsoft
anyway,
is
episode 38.
Awful at porting things. So,
yeah, well, yeah, kind of. Sometimes.
That's comfort.
Obviously. All right.
All right.
Oh, wait, I'm not even fucking. I don't know why I thought I was streaming this. I was looking for the button to turn off the stream, and I realized I'm not actually streaming this, am I?
Well, I guess not. I am.
You have the highlight power.
All right, that wraps everything up. This has been episode 38. Yes, 38.
38.
Yes, episode 38 of Dark Mushroom Media. Yeah. We'll see everybody next week. Until then, you know,
Dank Mushroom Media.
Enjoy your lives.
Halo Fire.